Alright, it is Wednesday, July 31st, 2019 at 9:20 p.m. Alright, so a new report came off the Hurricane Center and it gave a 70% chance of possibility of development in front of the Caribbean area. The disturbance 2 with 0% chance of cyclone formation now has formation chance through 5 days at high at 70%. So let's take a look quickly here at Wix charts, and I'm gonna play the Wix charts so you can see um, the possible storm that's gonna be coming through. And you see here development a low of 1007 as it first appears, and as it gets closer to the Lesser Antilles at 1000 millibar. And then once it gets close to Puerto Rico, it says here 987. And you see here getting close to Puerto Rico. Let's take a look at Mike's Saffron Simpson scale for hurricane. A 987 is close to basically a category 1 hurricane. Let's continue watching and see where it goes. Goes over Dominican Republic and over Cuba and heading into the Bahamas, and then it gets close to Florida, off the coast of Georgia, and off the coast of South Carolina and North Carolina, and it somehow veers and turns and goes out into the Atlantic. That's what the model says. We don't know exactly what it's going to do, so what this means is basically everybody in the Lesser Antilles, everybody in Puerto Rico, everybody in the Dominican Republic, everybody in the Bahamas, everybody in Florida, and Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina has to start getting prepared for hurricane season right now. That does not mean that there is going to be a hurricane coming, because it could veer off and not hit the United States, but the time to be prepared is right now. Alright, let's take a look at Ventasky. Oh, let me go back to Wix charts and show you the dates. As it gets closer to Puerto Rico, it'll be between Tuesday the 6th and Wednesday the 7th as it is approaching the island. Once it gets close over Dominican Republic into the Bahama area is Wednesday the 7th. As it gets over the Bahamas closer to Florida, Thursday the 8th. As it's supposed to be reaching Florida and South and Georgia, it's Friday the 9th and Saturday. If it does hit land, it would be probably Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. But it's showing on the Wix chart that it's going to be veering off and going into the Atlantic. But those are the dates. Alright, let's take a look at Ventasky. Ventasky, I'm going to be fast forwarding it to Thursday. And that's what it looks like on Thursday, on Friday, on Saturday. You see it kind of developing a little bit more there on Saturday. On Monday, it's going to be right there off the Lesser Antilles. On Tuesday the 6th, it's going to be on the Great Lesser Antilles. On the 7th, it's going to be over Puerto Rico. On Thursday, it's going to be basically away on the outside of the Bahamas. On Friday, it's going to be outside of Florida. And on Saturday, it's going to be right off the coast of the United States. So this is a heads up for everybody, you know. Different models are showing the same thing. Let's take a look at Hurricane Tracker. It says the tropical wave we have been tracking in the Atlantic has been designated as Invest 96L. 70% chance of development through the next 5 days. Info and app soon. Then they put some models. I believe that if it is a named storm, it will be Chantal. But let's keep an eye and see if it actually turns into that. That's, looking forward into the future. We don't know if it actually is going to turn into a hurricane, but the warnings are there. Okay. Here is 96L Invest tracks. Here are the tracks for it possibly going over Puerto Rico and then veering off into the Atlantic, making a U-turn and veering off into the Atlantic. We don't know how close it's going to get to the United States, if it actually gets to the United States, or if it just veers off. And here's the GFS model. I'm going to play it and see. Let's see what it shows. There it is, all outside of the Lesser Antilles at 1,000 millibars. And then it gets outside of Puerto Rico at 987 millibars. Let's see if I can zoom in so people can see better. That's what it looks like outside of Puerto Rico, on top of it, on the northern side of the island. Let's keep playing it. And then it goes over Dominican Republic and into the Bahamas at 973. Let's take a look at the scale. What's 973? So that's still a category 1, possibly a category 2, close to. Let's take a look again what it forwards as. It reaches 966 millibars, 963, 959 millibars. And let's take a look at what 959 is. 959 is basically a category 3 hurricane. So, guys, the possibility of a category 3 hurricane is there. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm saying this is what the models are showing. And it's very important for everybody to be prepared for the possibility of a hurricane, because we don't know if it's here. If it's here, it could go anywhere. It could hit Florida. It could hit Georgia. It could hit South Carolina. It could hit North Carolina. We don't know what it's going to do. It could hit any of those, or it could actually veer off into this region. Okay. Let's play and see what it does. And then it turns, and then it keeps going off into the Atlantic. So that's it for this video. Hit like and subscribe for more updates. See you guys next time. Be prepared for hurricane season. Now's the time. God bless you guys.